I'm Renee Minor, and I'm from North Carolina. I've lived here in Chiang Mai for the past 9 years. And for the past it's been 5 years ago, some friends and I we felt led to go out and share and prayer walk in the red light district here in Chiang Mai. And when we first started going down to the bars and brothels, I thought, oh my, we're going to start going down to these bars and girls are just going to start coming to us going, please help me, get me out of here, get me out of here. And that wasn't the case. You know, it takes a long time to get these girls to trust you. You really have to develop a friendship because the hearts have been hardened and they don't just trust anybody anymore. And so it took a while to develop those relationships. After a while, we began getting a group of girls that were interested, and we began teaching English with them using Bible stories, which that led to a Bible study group with a select group of girls. And we were just meeting in front of one of their shops. And then one day, one of our girls asked us to move it to her apartment. I remember, oftentimes when we'd ask for prayer requests at the end of our time, some of the girls would say that they hated their work, they wished they could do something else. And so we began meeting with the girls one-on-one and just asking what their hopes and dreams were. If they could do anything in the world, what would they do? And most of their dreams are not something that you think, oh, a doctor, a lawyer. No, it was just, I'd like to learn to cook and clean. I'd like to cut hair or be a pet groomer. They were all doable things, but yet they didn't have the confidence to leave. They didn't know how to look for a job. Most of them didn't have a high school degree, and they really didn't know how to even go about looking for a job because they'd come straight here from the Hill Tribe villages. So I had one girl that said she wanted to learn how to sew. And so I went out and bought a sewing machine and some materials and just began working with her. After that, I began getting connected with different transition homes and safe houses. And there were girls there that wanted to sew, so we just built on it from there. I really, didn't start this to create some kind of business or anything. It was just, how can I help these girls, And then it's like, okay, I've got another girl that wants to sew. Okay, I'll get enough money and I'll buy another sewing machine and and just build it from there. When someone purchases an item from Starfish Designs, then it goes back to these girls and helps girls go to school, to get an education, to live at these safe houses. As we began making all these products and going, okay, we got some things we can sell now. And we're like, okay, we really ought to put some kind of logo or name. What are we going to call ourselves here? And so we started looking at different names and trying to think, what could we do? And a friend of mine shared with me a story about a little boy walking along the beach and he was picking up starfish and throwing them in the ocean. And an old man came along and said, hey, what are you doing? Why are you wasting your time throwing these starfish in the ocean? There's millions of miles of beach and thousands of starfish out here. There's no way you can make a difference. And the little boy picks up a starfish and throws it in the ocean and he says, well, it made a difference to that one. And when I heard that story, I was like, that's it. I can't save every girl out there in every bar, a massage parlor, a brothel. I can't help them all. But if I make a difference to one, then that's worth it. And so that's why I said, we were trying to make a difference to one girl at a time.